Beloved child of God, welcome home. This moment you are experiencing right now is far more than mere chance. It is a divine appointment orchestrated by heaven itself. You have been handpicked, chosen before the foundations of the world, and guided to this sacred message by whispers of the Spirit that the world could never hear. The music, the pause, the very moment you stumbled upon this video is providential. You were not led here by accident, but with intent. Heaven has been working behind the scenes, quietly preparing, aligning, and opening a pathway for you to encounter what is not merely encouragement, but alignment itself. The universe may seem chaotic at times, but there is sacred order in every heartbeat, every sigh, every quiet longing that has drawn you to this space. And so, before you go any further, I want you to recognize the profound truth. What is happening here right now is sacred. This is your holy ground, your divine moment, a pause in time where heaven is reaching toward you, seeking your attention, your openness, and your willingness to receive. Even if no one has seen, acknowledged, or celebrated your journey, know this: God has. Every tear you've shed in private, every battle fought alone, every sleepless night spent in prayer, wondering if your cries are heard, none of it has gone unnoticed. You are seen, you are known, you are chosen. Before you were even formed in the womb, before the world had its say, God knew you. He set you apart, crafted you with a purpose, and planted within you the seeds of destiny that are now stirring to life. Jeremiah 1:5 reminds us, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." This is not simply a moment of encouragement, it is a divine summons, a reminder that your life carries weight and significance that surpasses human understanding. What you have endured has not been in vain. Each struggle, each moment of quiet despair has been recorded, held, and used to prepare the way for the extraordinary that is unfolding now. Take this moment to pause, to breathe deeply, and to allow yourself to settle into the sacred space before you. Let your shoulders drop, your mind release its chatter, and your soul drink deeply from the stillness. What you are entering is more than a message. It is a recalibration of your spirit, a realignment of your heart with the divine flow of heaven. In this space, the pressures of the world, the rush of expectations, and the weight of human timelines fade into the background. Here, your soul is invited to rest, to listen, and to awaken to the reality that divine orchestration is at work. Heaven is calling you to recognize that even in your darkest valleys, you are not alone. The shepherd has never left your side. This sacred pause is a preparation for revelation, a holy stillness before the activation of destiny. As you remain in this quiet, I invite you to lean in fully, to open your heart, and to let these words wash over you like living water. The light is breaking in the darkness, and the darkness has not and will not overcome it. John 1:5 reminds us, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." This light is not merely illumination. It is recognition, a stirring within your spirit that something holy is arriving. The invisible forces of heaven are already moving in alignment with your life, and this moment is your opportunity to perceive them, to acknowledge them, and to claim your place within their unfolding plan. Your heart is being called to respond, not passively but boldly, to recognize that divine timing is perfect, that your path has been carefully prepared, and that the alignment you seek is being manifested in ways you may not yet see with the natural eye. If you feel the stirring within your spirit, if a quiet whisper says, "This is for me," then I invite you to declare it openly. Type "Amen" in the comments as a line in the sand, a spiritual signature acknowledging your agreement with heaven. Let this simple act be your declaration that you are ready, that you are awake, and that you are receptive to the blessings, guidance, and alignment that God has prepared for you. And do not move yet, for the journey does not end here. Stay with me until the closing prophetic prayer, where we will seal this moment, activate your spirit, and invite the fullness of God's plan into your life. This is your sacred summons. This is your divine awakening. This is your time to lean in, receive, and embrace the destiny that heaven has been preparing for you all along. At this very moment, your life is stirring in ways that may feel subtle, yet profound, nudging you toward a connection that is divinely orchestrated. You may notice shifts in your heart, quiet pullings in your spirit, or sudden realizations that certain seasons of waiting and solitude were never empty. They were preparation. What is approaching is not determined by logic, circumstance, or human understanding. It is guided by the unseen hand of heaven. Every experience, every tear, every lesson in resilience has been shaping you to recognize and embrace this sacred alignment. The stirrings you feel are the gentle yet unmistakable whispers of eternity, signaling that something beyond societal expectation, beyond the grasp of natural sight, is coming into your life. Heaven is moving behind the scenes, aligning timing hearts, and spirit preparing you for a love that reflects divine intention rather than mere desire. God's design in this moment is extraordinary. He is aligning you with a partner whose journey complements yours, whose spirit resonates with the sacred rhythm of your life. It may be that this partner is younger in years, yet their spirit carries wisdom and devotion forged in the fires of experience. This is not an accident, nor a whimsical deviation from societal norms. It is a purposeful divine encounter built for destiny rather than perception. The alignment you are entering is first spiritual before it becomes visible in the natural. Eyes may not recognize it immediately, but the soul has known long before the meeting of flesh. As 2 Corinthians 4:18 reminds us, what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. You are being positioned to recognize not just a person, but a covenantal presence, a partnership ordained to carry mutual blessing, growth, and legacy. Isaiah 40:29-31 promises renewed strength for those who hope in the Lord, and this connection will be a source of that divine renewal, a union that lifts, restores, and invigorates both of you for your calling. It is essential to understand that you are already whole. This partner does not arrive to fill gaps, complete deficiencies, or repair brokenness. Rather, they are drawn to the fullness already present within you, reflecting back the light, joy, and purpose you may have momentarily forgotten amidst life's trials. Their presence serves as a mirror, amplifying your strengths and celebrating your essence. Together, you walk in mutual spiritual growth. Their vision expands what you've already cultivated, and your wisdom anchors the hope they carry. This sacred reciprocity is the foundation upon which your connection will flourish, rooted in wholeness, not in need. Balance is the divine rhythm of this partnership. Where you bring grounding experience and spiritual steadiness, they bring vision, vitality, and the freedom to dream boldly. Where your heart has grown solemn, through the weight of life's challenges, they bring laughter, joy, and wonder, reviving spaces that may have grown dry. This is not infatuation, it is covenantal alignment. Matthew 19:6 reminds us, what God has joined together, let no one separate. This is a love ordained to honor, support, and amplify your calling together. Both hearts contribute to a sacred whole, where strength and gentleness coexist, and maturity meets fresh perspective in harmonious balance. Finally, understand that this alignment operates beyond culture expectation or rushed timelines. Sacred love never arrives in haste. It comes at the exact moment heaven intends. Your patience, your endurance, and your faithfulness are part of what has preserved this love for its perfect season. Ecclesiastes 3:11 assures us He has made everything beautiful in its time. Peace is your compass. When this presence arrives, your spirit will know it without question. It will not feel forced, pressured, or chaotic. It will feel settled, holy, and unmistakably aligned. Heaven has reserved this love, and you chosen one are being prepared to receive it with an open, ready, and reverent heart. As your heart and spirit continue to awaken to the stirring you've been sensing, it is vital to recognize that this is not a random attraction or fleeting emotion. What you are experiencing is the divine preservation of your soul, the careful orchestration of heaven, ensuring that everything is in place before the meeting occurs. You have been hidden in plain sight, protected from the distractions, pressures, and mismatches that might have pulled you away from your destiny. This unseen preparation has been meticulous, intentional, and holy. Every experience of waiting, every moment of silence, every season of discernment has been a divine calibration, aligning your spirit to the frequency of the soul that is being drawn to you. Age, circumstance, or worldly logic cannot measure this connection. It moves according to the eternal rhythms of heaven, and your soul already recognizes it. There is an innate resonance, a quiet recognition that surpasses the understanding of the mind and lands deeply in the core of your being. When the moment of meeting arrives, it will not be a shock, but a homecoming, a realization that the universe has been guiding both of you toward one another all along. This connection is not merely romantic. It is a spiritual covenant written in eternity. Your partner is not arriving to test you, to compete with you, or to diminish your strength. They are coming to acknowledge and honor the fullness of who you are. They recognize your worth, your resilience, and the sacredness of the path you have walked. Every scar, every lesson, every triumph has been seen by the eyes of heaven and mirrored in the eyes of the one approaching you. Psalm 42:7 reminds us, "Deep calls unto deep at the noise of your waterfalls. All your waves and billows have gone over me." The depth of your spiritual endurance calls forth a matching depth in another. 1 Corinthians 2:9 assures us that no human imagination could anticipate the beauty of what has been prepared for those who align with divine love. This covenant is rooted in awe and reverence, a love that honors both the journey and the presence of each partner, built not on circumstance, but on eternity. The love arriving into your life is sacred, mature, and whole. It does not seek to fill voids or complete deficiencies, for you are already complete. Instead, it comes to build together, to expand, to elevate, and to create a shared path where peace and alignment are the foundation. Psalm 92:12. 14 speaks of the righteous, flourishing and bearing fruit even in seasons of fullness. This connection reflects that divine flourishing. Just as 2 Corinthians 4:18 reminds us, what is unseen is eternal. This love is rooted in spiritual reality before manifesting in the physical. It is a union that honors growth, wisdom, and the sacred individuality of each partner, merging strength and tenderness, vision and stability in a covenant that enriches both souls. Finally, the quiet recognition you feel, the subtle stirring in your spirit, the sense of rightness even before meeting, serves as spiritual confirmation. Peace is the unmistakable signal that the timing is divine, that the partnership is emerging according to heaven's plan. There is no rush, no pressure, no need to force circumstances. The alignment is occurring naturally, silently, yet powerfully. In these moments, trust the stillness, the resonance, and the calm assurance that what is coming has been prepared with divine intentionality. The covenantal love on its way is sacred, balanced, and wholly aligned with the purpose and fullness of your life. When the meeting occurs, it will feel like home, a recognition that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has preserved, protected, and prepared both of you for this sacred alignment. As you move deeper into the recognition of this sacred alignment, it becomes clear that divine partnership is built on a foundation of mutual support, consistency, and presence. This is not the kind of connection that wavers with the tides of emotion or the opinions of the world. Instead, it is anchored in calm clarity and steadfastness. Where others may have brought chaos, this partnership brings order. Where others sowed confusion, it brings clarity. In the presence of this love, you will find that strength is balanced with tenderness power, with gentleness, wisdom with joy. This balance is not coincidental. It is the divine fingerprint of a beginning ordained in heaven where each element of your shared lives complements the other. 1 Samuel 16:7 reminds us the Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Here, heart and intent are the measure, not age status or superficial achievement. The love you are stepping into is designed to honor the depths of your character, the resilience of your spirit, and the sacred journey that brought you to this moment. Simultaneously, your partner is being prepared, just as you have been, through unseen, divine orchestration. Every experience, every trial, every quiet moment of surrender has positioned both of you to arrive fully formed, ready to walk together in authenticity. This is not a love that requires you to chase, adjust, or perform. You are chosen for who you already are, for the integrity of your heart, for the authenticity that remains unshaken, even through seasons of waiting. Heaven is orchestrating a connection where both parties enter fully aligned, not to fill voids or seek validation, but to reflect support and expand one another in purpose. In this alignment, the timing, the temperament, and the spiritual resonance of both souls are synchronized, allowing a partnership that is not only emotionally satisfying, but spiritually enriching. The sacred rhythm of your convergence is proof that love orchestrated by heaven transcends human expectation, defies cultural norms, and exceeds the limitations of worldly logic. This is more than romance. It is a faith story, a living testimony of divine precision. The love that approaches is a demonstration of God's orchestration over societal expectation, showing that sacred union is measured not by timetables or traditions, but by alignment with divine purpose. It is a story that will testify to patience, endurance, and the certainty that God's timing is perfect. Just as you have been shaped, refined, and protected, your partner has been prepared with the same care, molded for the shared destiny that you are about to embark upon. To fully receive this love, faith is required, not blind faith, but a deep abiding trust that heaven is at work shaping each moment of waiting into preparation. You are not stumbling into this connection by accident. It is the deliberate, careful weaving of eternity into the fabric of your present. As you open yourself to this reality, understand that sacred love is not hurried, nor is it contingent on performance or circumstance. It arrives in peace, in readiness, and in completeness, affirming that the faithfulness of God extends beyond what can be seen or measured. This partnership will not merely provide companionship, it will serve as a vehicle for mutual growth, divine purpose, and spiritual testimony. Every interaction, every gesture, every shared experience will carry the weight of intention, reflecting not just personal connection, but heaven's design. You are being positioned not simply for love, but for a sacred union that embodies patience, presence, reverence, and eternal purpose. And as the story unfolds, it will reveal itself as more than a relationship. It will be a faith-filled declaration that what God ordains cannot be delayed, diminished, or distracted by the world. This is the beginning of a partnership where authenticity reigns, divine purpose is honored, and sacred love becomes your shared testimony. As we move into the practical side of preparation, it becomes essential to understand that readiness for sacred love is not only spiritual, but also tangible. The divine alignment you are stepping into requires action, not as a means of earning the blessing, but as a demonstration of faith and intentionality. Heaven is already orchestrating the coming union, yet your part is to live as if love is already present, as if the sacred connection has already been drawn toward you. This means embracing your life with purpose, not waiting passively for circumstances to change, but actively preparing your heart, your space, and your mindset. Begin by nurturing yourself, honoring your body, your mind, and your spirit. Wake up each day treating yourself as someone deeply loved by heaven. Choose clothing actions and thoughts that reflect self-respect and joy. Cleanse not only your physical surroundings, but your spiritual environment as well. Remove the clutter of past disappointments, sweep away the dust of bitterness, and open windows to let fresh energy and joy enter. Each of these acts is a sacred ritual of preparation, creating the conditions in which love can arrive without obstruction or resistance. As you cultivate this environment, it is crucial to practice receiving and giving love in the small moments of everyday life. The sacred partnership you are preparing for will be shaped not by grand gestures alone, but by the habitual expressions of kindness, generosity, and presence. Receive compliments without deflection, accept help without guilt, offer grace without expectation of return. These seemingly ordinary acts are in fact spiritual exercises that attune your heart to the rhythm of divine love. Each act of openness, each moment of receptivity trains your spirit to recognize the sacred when it arrives, ensuring that when your partner comes, you will meet them in alignment and peace, ready to engage fully, rather than with hesitation or doubt. Small seeds planted in daily life grow into the abundant harvest of a mature covenantal relationship. By practicing love now, you are shaping the vessel that will receive it when the divine timing is fully realized. Moreover, this preparation extends into the elevation of standards and frequency. Sacred love is not ordinary. It is designed to reflect the heart of God and to honor the wholeness of your spirit. This means refusing to compromise on the boundaries, values, and truths you have cultivated throughout your journey. It means raising your energy, your frequency, and your expectations in alignment with the abundance that heaven intends for you. You are no longer accepting love that diminishes confines or conditions you. Instead, you are preparing for a connection that is steadfast, mature, and transformative, a love that mirrors the character, patience, and holiness of God. This is a partnership that builds, restores, and elevates, creating a sacred story that lasts not only in years, but in legacy. As you refine yourself, nurture your spaces, and attune your heart, you are not simply waiting. You are actively co-creating a reality in which the love meant for you is drawn closer each day. Finally, understand that this practical preparation is a reflection of spiritual alignment. The love you are stepping toward is not only about companionship, but about mutual growth, joy, and divine purpose. By living intentionally, clearing space, practicing presence, and elevating your frequency, you are signaling to heaven that you are ready not for anything less than the sacred, eternal, and abundant love that has been designed uniquely for you. This is how you receive love fully, openly, and without reservation, creating the conditions for a union that is both deeply human and profoundly holy, a tangible reflection of God's heart in your life and the world around you. As we transition from understanding preparation and alignment into the sacred act of intercession, it is essential to recognize that the closing moments of this message are not simply an ending, they are a commissioning. Heaven invites you into intentional participation with what is already being orchestrated on your behalf. The guided prayer that follows is designed to help you fully surrender, to trust without reservation, and to align your heart, mind, and spirit with the divine plan. Take a deep breath and open yourself to receive. This is your moment to acknowledge that the sacred love prepared for you is already moving, already breathing, and already reaching toward you. Through prayer, we release all hesitation, doubt, and fear, declaring instead that we trust in God's timing, wisdom, and provision. It is in surrender that your readiness is activated and your alignment with your future partner is confirmed not by sight, but by faith. As you enter this space of divine connection, imagine your heart opening like a chamber of light, prepared to welcome what heaven has meticulously designed, fully aware that this love is a reflection of God's purpose and faithfulness. Following this surrender, our intercession extends into the realm of protection, readiness, and restoration. Heaven is not only aligning hearts, but also preparing circumstances, environments, and even generational dynamics to ensure that your union is sacred, secure, and unshakable. Through prayer, we call forth divine protection over both you and the one being prepared for you, guarding against disruption, confusion, or compromise. Every fear of inadequacy or past hurt is addressed, replaced instead with the affirmation that you are worthy of receiving love that honors your spirit and your journey. In this space, we break cycles of insecurity, rejection, and generational patterns that may have distorted the perception of love in your life. These intercessions are not theoretical. They are spiritual activations, realigning every layer of your being with the truth that you are already chosen, already sufficient, and already deeply loved. As you engage with this moment, let your soul recognize its intrinsic value, for the divine love coming to you does not require perfection. It responds to authenticity, faithfulness, and openness. Having established surrender and readiness, the prayer now moves into bold declarations of reception, legacy, and divine beginnings. Speak with conviction. You are prepared to receive the love that has been reserved for you. This is not passive hope, but an active proclamation, a statement of faith that heaven hears and honors. Declare that your story is not defined by past delays or disappointments, but by the sacred timing and meticulous orchestration of God. Affirm that this love is a foundation for legacy, building joy, healing, and purpose into your life and the lives of those around you. Every step of preparation, every act of alignment, and every moment of patience is now consecrated by intention, becoming a bridge that brings the unseen into the tangible. By declaring readiness over striving, you release control and embrace the holy flow of divine design, trusting that what is coming will arrive precisely as it is intended, steady, sustaining, and transformative. Finally, as the prayer closes, you are invited to make your engagement tangible. Type in the comments, "I receive this divine love," as a declaration of alignment with heaven's plan. Commit to staying soft, faithful, and expectant, holding on to the truth that the love designed for you is approaching, perfectly timed and divinely orchestrated. By engaging in this spiritual agreement, you are not merely witnessing a message. You are participating in a covenant with God, confirming your readiness to co-create a sacred partnership. As you subscribe and continue to walk in expectancy, remember that this is only the beginning. The seeds planted today through surrender, intercession, and declaration are setting the stage for a love story that will reflect God's heart, honor your journey, and establish a legacy that transcends time. Heaven is actively aligning, and your participation through faith ensures that you will recognize and receive the fullness of what is coming. As we arrive at this conclusion, it is vital to understand that what you have just experienced is not merely a message, it is a commissioning. Every word, every pause, and every spiritual prompt has been designed to bring you into alignment with the sacred trajectory of your life. Heaven is not haphazard in its movements. Nothing in your story has been left to chance. The encouragement here is clear. Remain aligned with divine timing and purpose. This is a season where patience, faithfulness, and attentiveness are not passive acts but powerful spiritual disciplines. Each moment you honor the rhythm of God's orchestration is a moment in which your readiness is confirmed, your discernment is sharpened, and your heart is positioned to receive the fullness of what has been prepared. The love story approaching you is sacred, not hurried, not reactive, but meticulously arranged to reflect God's intention for legacy joy and mutual growth. The message carries a profound reminder: your journey has not been a series of delays or mistakes. Every trial, every period of waiting, and every season of quiet reflection has been a part of a deliberate process to prepare you for what is to come. The love that is being drawn to you is not superficial or fleeting. It is intentional, covenantal, and built to endure. It mirrors the depth of your journey, the strength of your faith, and the integrity of your spirit. This is a partnership where wholeness meets wholeness, not a union seeking to fill gaps, but a sacred convergence of two complete souls walking in divine alignment. Understanding this shifts your perspective from longing to readiness, from anxiety to peace, and from wondering if to knowing when that is timed by heaven, not by societal expectation or human impatience. Ecclesiastes 3:11 reminds us, He has made everything beautiful in its time, and this is the principle guiding every step of your sacred love story. The conclusion of this message also carries a final charge. Remain faithful, receptive, and aware of the divine narrative unfolding. Faithfulness is not measured by grand gestures or constant striving, but by the quiet, consistent decisions you make to remain anchored in your purpose, to nurture your spiritual and emotional readiness, and to embrace the sacred rhythms of life as they flow. Receptivity is equally vital, being open to the ways heaven may move, recognizing that divine love does not always arrive wrapped in the package we expect. Awareness is the spiritual lens that allows you to perceive subtle confirmations, gentle nudges, and the quiet whispers of your soul as they respond to the unseen orchestration of God. By embodying these qualities, you become a participant in the divine narrative, not merely an observer. You step into co-creation with heaven, where every decision, every act of surrender, and every intentional posture contributes to the unfolding of a love story that is both timeless and sacred. Finally, let this conclusion serve as a reminder that your story is just beginning. The love you have been prepared for is arriving not in haste, not in chaos, but with the quiet assurance of divine timing. Every part of you that has been cultivated, healed, and refined is now ready to engage with the fullness of what is coming. This sacred alignment is not only about romantic fulfillment, it is a reflection of the God who orchestrates every detail of your life with precision and love. As you move forward, carry with you the assurance that you are seen, chosen, and preserved. Stand firm in the knowledge that your readiness, faithfulness, and alignment will allow you to receive and steward this divine love well. Your legacy begins here, not simply in the love you are about to experience, but in the way you have prepared yourself to honor, nurture, and co-create it in alignment with God's perfect timing.